Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And early standard on the game's first play. 18 yards on first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now a handoff up the middle. Sykes, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Shaw.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, Sykes. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down.
Going for it with Pierce.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Now Lawrence on first down.
He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On second down now. It's Harrison.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Lawrence.
Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw again on second down. Lawrence.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Lawrence on third down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36.
Now Lawrence.
His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On third down, Lawrence.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
And
a really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the
a little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And here comes the Texans now.
And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are. And let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the #1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you. And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Give to Pierce.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lawrence from his end zone. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next two stats going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw again. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Toss left side for Pierce.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans have moved out in front.
Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
Houston set to take over.
Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Shaw.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got the first down and more.
Touchdown, Texans! From 13 yards out.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Lawrence. And that's complete. It sends. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Shaw. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Harrison. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Sykes.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Shaw.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 61 yards.
And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. On second down now, it's Harrison. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Godwin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And we'll see what he can do on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard 8-yard return.
And the Texans will take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Shaw.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
From the 10.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown. A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's a 27-10 score now. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wildcard Weekend. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And it was the New York Jets who keep their season alive as they eliminate the LA Chargers. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Texans, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10. At their own 21. Now Lawrence. Dancing to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. On third down, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Second and 4. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 29 yards. First down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Howard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barton. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Texans! A great play there. His second touchdown of the night as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play.
They're rocking and rolling right now.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out come the Jags. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. To the right side, complete to Taylor. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Godwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Harrison. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Sims. On 2nd down, it's Harrison. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. On 1st down, Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Lawrence. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. This is Pierman. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jags are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession.
Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff up the middle. Godwin, and nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
2nd and 9 now.
Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run it here. It's Pierce.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Texans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he wisely will throw that one. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because
playoffs and the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend of the NFL is underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, now he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's huge. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. To throw on 2nd down. Sheehan over the middle to Brown. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sheehan.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down. Sheehan toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Sheehan looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Sheehan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll drop to throw.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On first down, Sykes. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by Howard. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down. Sykes. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Second and goal from the 1.
Here's Pierce.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. These 2 teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Sheehan gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From the gun on 3rd down. Sheehan looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 39. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And the Texans set to, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Barton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Texans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Toss play. Here's Pierce.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, third and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans have taken the lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he powers his way up past the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Sheehan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sheehan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Sheehan.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
On 1st down, Sykes. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barton.
And they work this down inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and with the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce, 29 yards. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
An extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
And the Jets set to take the field. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how many often does that team that had been playing before win game 1?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical. Because now you come in and you get the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll look to set up his blockers.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So first that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Throwing on first down. Sheehan, he finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Sheehan over the middle and complete to Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. on first down. Sheehan.
This pass out wide to Hall.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They'll look to throw again. This is brought in by Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Point after, right down the middle. That slices the lead down to 17-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals squaring off with the Las Vegas Raiders. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Shaw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barton.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On second down now, Sykes, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. On second down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Able to power through.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Holding, offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Back to throw. Sheehan. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And yet again, it's Howard with a catch.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton.
4 yards remain for second down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Barton.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
To throw on 2nd down, Sheehan.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sheehan. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense and kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2nd and 9 now. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Shaw.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on 1st down. Sykes, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. It's Shaw. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Pierce. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Sykes. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Complete to number 3. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 7 and 7.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Barton. This offense on third down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On first down, Sykes. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they'll get him down right around the 16. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Barton. And he's brought down. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And the Texans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's long. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
He'll look to throw. It's complete. This is Starks. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Back to throw now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
On the move past the 40.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Raiders jump